Welcome to the Global Discussion, a discussion with creatives, leaders, and thinkers. My name is Simon Hodgkins. Today, I'm joined by Sonia Amroun. Sonia, you're very welcome to the show. Let's begin by asking you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your career, your history, and the work you're involved in today. So over to you, Sonia.
Thank you very much, Simon. My name is Sonia. I am the founder of Find Your Clients, powered by Nomad's agency that help people in their business development. We offer now fractional team. That means teams that are composed by different senior nomads from all around the world that will help clients to basically hand over some strategic part of the business development itself. I am a sales myself for the past 15 years, and I am a North African woman traveling around the world solo for the past 4 years. I'm myself a digital nomad, and I realized that we were like a true workforce with a lot of positive impact around the world, even if a lot of people are only seeing the bad impacts. And I wanted, yes, to really do something with this workforce and create an agency powered by nomads.
So thank you for sharing that, Sonia. My immediate question is, how do you go from being a former actor to becoming a social entrepreneur and living the nomadic lifestyle? How did that work? How did that come about?
Basically, I don't know if you know the video, not the video, the TV shows from New Zealand called Flight of the Condors. In this video, I learned what was actually my job. I was a part-time actress. You know, in this TV show, the girlfriend of the main actor, he is like a part-time model, and I'm a part-time actress. I wasn't a part-time actress for 10 years, basically because it's really hard to have a full-time job as an actress. Basically, you got one or two big gigs per year, and the rest of the time you just run after castings, you run after studio class to learn dance, to learn singing, to learn new things actually. So I was like basically all the time trying to train myself and evolve as an actress, and to not get bored because I'm an hyperactive person. Like I've been detected very early, so I'm like super active forever. I was like basically having jobs, and also being an actress is not well paid all the time. And I started to be a sales very, very young, like around 15. And I was working in the market. I was working like everywhere where people could need me as a salesperson. I was there, and I was a very bad waitress, for example. I couldn't really be the best waitress because I'm all the time on the moon. I love talking to people, but then taking the order is great, upsell is great for me, but then serving the people, that was the worst thing that you can ask me to do. So really often the managers were giving me the role of like lead waiter. That means that I always have somebody to do the job to give the plates, and me, I was just like taking orders, upselling for other people because I love to talk with people. So that was like my life, learning how to go to learning and playing as an actress, and also selling. And then around 30, I had like I had like the little death of actresses. You know, at 25, you're already old. So now I'm past 35, and I feel like super young. But when you're like an actress at 25 years old, it's like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. You start to think that your career is ending, and you cannot be like the bubbly young woman that the TV and cinema wants you to be. Even if I'm still bubbly and young, but anyway, it's another story. So basically, at 30, I was like, I have all this energy, I have all this capacity to sell, and I don't want to die. I don't want to be like just okay, a sad actress starting to just pass like the second part, and not fight for the first part. And then a guy told me, but Sonia, you're a businesswoman. You're not. I don't even see you as an actress. Just a businesswoman. And I said, okay, well, why not trying to open my first brand? And I did it. I did it with 189 people that crowdfunded my first company. And it was quite a fun ride for 3 years. I was like empowering people from North Africa and collaborating with them in order to sell different products based on a collaboration with like the European, some European artists and North African people. And that was quite cool for 3 years. But then the contact with people started to be like really like missing from me. And I started also as part of my strategy to have more clients, to organize conscious events. So I organized like my first event for the brand with 500 people. I was quite lucky. Everybody was like, what happened? And I was like, I don't know, I think it was luck. And I want to say that most of the job of being a business person is also having a lot of luck. It's like being able to see the opportunities and just take the wave without thinking too much. So 500 people came, and one of the right hand of my sponsor, because I get sponsored by 5 big brands for the food, for to have like purified water, to have like a cool DJ, etc. Told me, you're a business developer. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're a business developer. You got something. If you manage it to really make this festival, bring the sponsors, and also sell your brand, you have the capacity to become a business developer. And at this time, I was like, okay, I don't know what is it exactly, but tell me more. And he invited me to become a part of his agency. It was my biz dev agency, and the story is beautiful because I came thinking that it wasn't my place, and I become the best agent of the agency. And yeah, and years later, I became head of sales of a mobility, green mobility company. And COVID happened, and yes, I just left my life in Paris 4 years ago. I was still head of sales. And yes, I took another wave with digital nomad community and hosting co-livings and hosting workshop, and now launching my agency. I did the 20 last year in like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Very good. Well, thank you for sharing that, because it's incredible, from running big businesses, working with agencies, getting into, I suppose, what would be described more as conscious living type work as well, and organizing big events. And now bringing you back to this sort of agency life, we're talking about finding clients, we're particularly focused on startups and nomads and, solopreneurs as well.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about finding your clients, targeting your ideal audience, helping people to accelerate their sales. How does it work? I know you're powered by nomads, right? You're powered by this super team, but just unpack it a little bit for people watching and listening to us. How does it actually work in practice?
Yes, thank you very much. Well, long story short, as a business developer for a consulting brand, I saw so many different solopreneurs and CEO coming with a great idea, and they all have one thing in common. And I've been there too with my first brand. We do everything by ourselves. We have to handle the marketing, we have to handle the sales call, we have to handle like producing for the clients, we have to do everything by ourselves. And we also have a second thing in common is that we cannot do everything by ourselves, being 100% in producing for the client. It's like there is some people, I know some of them, I'm like, they are aliens for me. But most of us, we are stressed, we need to take a lot of decision. And basically the roller coaster can be quite intense if we have to handle all this cycle. But there is also something very interesting when you build a business is like, first of all, you need to make cash. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna take people. I'm just gonna take clients, and it's gonna be fine. Hey, I opened the door. Who is there? Can you come? Give me money. Yes, I can work for you. And we're so just happy to have those clients. But you cannot scale with any type of clients first, and you cannot survive with any type of clients. You need your ideal clients. And of course, it's like the most common sentence that someone can tell you. Like, yes, of course, the ICP is really important. But before to go there, you need to do some research and development that only people that can handle for you the cold calls that are trained, a business developer or yourself, if you have the time to talk to a lot of potential clients, that can do for you. First of all, because it's not nice when you're a business owner to say no to clients. It's weird. It's not something that people like really handle well. Let's say, oh no, I'm not the person you need. But when it's somebody else like us doing it for you, it's more easy. Second, you need to find a client that is really aligned with your value, that is there because he really needs you more than just he need have the cash and he wants to scale. Not all of the people that wants to work with you will really wants to work with you for a positive reason. For example, a lot of people are lost. They just want to do, and they just want to do something for their business, not really understanding what they need. So finding a client is compiling a 3-month program where the first month it's like purely we try everything. Then we understand that there is 2-3 segments or clients that are the one that you need to talk to. And then at the end of the 3 months, you have like a playbook, a portfolio of the 3 ideal clients that you need to scale with your company. And that are the clients that will help you to become a bigger business, to hire, or just to have like a cash flow that is the cash flow that you need as a solopreneur to survive. And yes, this is why Find Your Clients is composed by different type of people that are inside of the cycle of the business development. I am me on the strategy at the moment, but I'm having a new person coming over very soon. And then I have like people for the cold calling that are really doing this for me based on my will and what I ask them to do. So you're doing nothing. And then when we start to have client, etc., we have a customer success that will take the right information to really work on your product and be sure that your product is the best. And after, if we need to scale or like to just stop talking to new clients, but start to create like partnership, affiliate program, etc., which is part of the cycle of a business, we have a partnership specialist that also is there to help you to scale your business. And how I see Find Your Clients, I see us being like 50. I'm starting to get like people that are specialized also in Facebook ads, and I'm thinking in all the strategic partner that you need at the moment, and that you will go to pick, for example, in all the platforms that are online, Malt, Fiverr, Upwork, but they are not connected to you. It's like people that you will talk to like just 2-3 hours. But imagine like having a team of nomads that wants you to win, because we win also if our clients are happy, that everybody knows inside of the team. And when we hand over a part of your business, he is not like just there taking a little geek. You're part of all the geeks of the company. And this is what I propose. We Find Your Clients, like an accelerator agency powered by nomads.
I love it. I really like what you're saying, Sonia. And do you know, to me, it almost is this new, fresh way of looking at a growth partnership,
Mm.
because you're really helping to partner with a company. You're pulling together the expertise. You've already sort of vetted the people. You work closely with a team, even though each individual is a nomad, could be working, I'm guessing, anywhere on the planet, but they have an expertise. Your agency has already identified that. You know who the right person is to work with that client. You can bring that team together, and it helps them to, I suppose, boost their growth, help their sales, do some of that work without having to take on the cost of maybe hiring people full time to do this. That must be a huge benefit to customers.
Yeah, sure. Basically, for less than the price of one person, you have like minimum for expertise that will handle like few hours per week. And that is a big booster, because before, nobody, like all your expert or all the people that you were hiring, all the freelancer that you were hiring, they weren't talking to each other. Us, we are talking to each other at least every week. So even if we see that there is a need in another person, we know how to just go to him and say, hey, we just have this opportunity with this other clients, and maybe you should do the same because it's working very well. So basically, it's like a real collective that will work for you. And we really want to empower. We select our clients. We are not taking any. I mean, I'm not selling find your idea clients, and I take any kind of clients. So I really take the clients that have minimum 1 year working on their project, trying to selling it. It's so important that they did the hard job for themselves first before to like giving us the job. And also I try to really empower like positive project with an impact. So green solutions or people that want to do the good, because it's important that everyone in the team is waking up to do something that they believe, and they feel like, yeah, we're not just going for money, we're not hustling for money. And this is why it's cool also to have senior, because they can make good money, but if they decide to work with you, that means that they really trust in your project, they really believe in your project.
Yeah, and you're taking away a lot of that heavy lifting that as a small business or as somebody that's trying to grow or scale to become a bigger enterprise or a bigger business, you've got so many things to do as a founder, as a director, as somebody operating in the business and trying to grow it strategically. And having somebody that can take away a lot of that heavy lifting and bring the right expertise in when you need it without having the cost of everything added on.
Yes,
That's very advantageous. And I think also you seem to be, deciding who you want to work with, what works best, how you
yes.
can help more. And the question I want to ask you, if I can, Sonia, is before the pandemic, people were starting to work like this. We were seeing a growth in remote working or fractional type roles where people were becoming fractional type workers, nomadic type lifestyles. But the pandemic obviously accelerated it hugely. But are companies now looking more at your type of new, fresh model rather than the traditional way of doing this, rather than taking on the traditional sort of approach to this? Do you find that it's like the pandemic was basically an accelerant for your business? Is it different today?
Mm, I'm gonna be a little bit controversial. I think that the wave, the fun wave was like 2 years ago. And now there is like this new tendency of calling it hybrid work, like calling for hybrid workers. We have also people that wants to pay less to have like more qualified people. And so they do a cut, taking like junior people, offering them a hybrid position. So now it's a little bit a mixed feeling that I have, but I'm laughing because basically you can hire 3 junior that I love. Actually, I have junior on my team, but I manage them. But you cannot ask them to be as autonomous and fast as a senior. So at the moment, yes, I can tell you that there is a lot of company that really jumped into like the full remote. But then I think that these past years were a little bit a roller coaster with all the things that are happening around the world. And we can see now what is going on, like even with Earth, like with Florida, hurricane is, I mean, it takes energy, it takes like mental space in any people. So I really feel that sometimes there is like some waves of bad business and good with business. And we are really having like very ups and downs that are a bit intense. So what I want to tell you, telling this, a lot of CEOs struggle maintaining their growth because we are in a very unpredictable world at the moment, and it's totally normal. So they have this how do we say, this ship to handle and to go somewhere with, and they have to take fast decision, and sometimes the economic is asking them to maybe take more workforce, thinking that they're gonna get like more juniors that got great ideas. I love youth. I think youth is the future. But in the meantime, to handle a ship and make it like really strong, you need experienced people. So at the moment, I see a lot of senior consultants being laid off. So it's a bit sad for the companies. And I think that it's good for agency like me, because I'm really calling all of them, telling them, hey, just let's not just wait to be hired by another company, but try to really distribute your time in a fun way. And I'm going to tell you something totally crazy that happened to me when I put my first announcement saying that I was looking for senior nomads. A girl from Google knocked at my door. I was shocked. She went out from the company with, yes, a big money, and she didn't want to just like just work for a new company like this. So she wanted like to maybe put her time in the right companies. And I was like, oh my God, you're the best. It's so cool. I want you, you know. And so at the moment, yes, I think that the fractional teams are the future for senior consultant for sure. Now we are like more into a moment where all these HR people are basically forced to take decision based on an economical how do you say economical pressure. Okay, and so now I see quite a weird things happening around me. But I think that with time, if the workforce of the senior consultant really get collectively and think about, okay, let's work less for maybe not as good money as before, but for good enough money, and let's help more companies to really get into a real track and make good business. And also let's see new brands appearing, you know. I'm also a bit fed up of, we've passed like the 50 last years of seeing only medium brand buying other small brands, becoming another big brands, no, let's compete a little bit more. Let's create some new flow of ideas. Let's create some new companies. And if the senior consultant like me can help, yes, let's do it now. Let's not wait to be hired again by a medium or a big company and maybe, yeah, just get bored of not being able to do as much things as we can do with our experience.
Great points. Thank you, Sonia. Quick thing I want to ask you about, though, as well as scaling and growing. It's
Yeah.
obvious that you and the people that you work with
Hmm.
have the experience, so you can bring that to the table to help
Yeah.
people. But what about companies who are entering new regions? They may be a bit more established, but they're launching new products in new areas. They're going into different countries and they need to adjust a little bit, don't they? You can help with that too, right?
Yes, and also this is why nomads are the key. It's because we are everywhere. We understand much more countries than someone that is. I'm sorry, I don't want to compare sedentarian and nomads, but in this way, yes, sure. I mean, if you've been all your life in the same place, you have like your own bubble of thoughts. And I know a nomad who created a global path now, and but before he was working for a big brand internationally and opening new markets, you know. So he was like forced to go to the country, becoming an expat, wait a little bit to know a little bit what the country needed, and then bring his American vibe, etc., to change a little bit the market. Yes, medium company cannot hire somebody like him, but if we are already on seat in India, in Thailand, in Africa, in South America, we're already there. We've got your culture sometimes, and we understand also the culture that is inside, that is the country that you want to kick off. So for me, nomads are also a great workforce for new markets. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. I just think that's such an important point. And
Yes.
look, before we run out of time, I want to ask you a couple of other questions. What does it look like for your agency in 6 or 12 months' time from now? What are you hoping to achieve? What's on your horizon or your roadmap? How do you think about that, Sonia?
Yes, now I'm structuring myself more with the HR project manager. That will be one of the heads in order to really get more smooth with the process. And in 6 months, I hope that we're gonna be 10 strong partners inside of the company that handle really all the business development. I don't want to become a marketing agency. I will not compete with another marketing agency, but I see myself handling minimum 15 clients very well, and helping 10 agents to get well paid with a sustainable lifestyle that is not asking them to earn 10K to survive in a big city, but yes, a normal paycheck and without rock and roll gigs. So this is where I want to be in 6 months, offering like a quiet life for 10 agents, handling 15 clients, and make sure that everybody knows that if they need help, they can call Find Your Clients.
Sounds wonderful. Last two questions. Is there anything that we haven't touched on, or maybe something we have that you want to expand on? Some final thoughts for our audience, something you want to leave them with, some additional points. And secondly, if people want to connect with you, find out more about the work that you're doing, where's the best place to send them to?
Oh, LinkedIn. Come to my LinkedIn. Yes, let's connect on LinkedIn. I put all my energy on LinkedIn and also the Instagram. I really want to talk to as much people as possible. I'm a salesperson, so I like to talk to people. Please come. I offer a 15-minute call just to, yes, understand where you are, if I can help or not. I'm pretty transparent. If I think that I cannot help, I will not take you. And even if it's shocking, I'm not scared to say no. But yes, I think that it's a good moment to start to identify what is the future of the senior consultant workforce and to really talk to each other.
Well, that's wonderful. And that brings us nicely to the end of this episode here on the Global Discussion today.
Thank
I want
you,
to
Simon.
Well, it's such a pleasure to talk to you, and I want to thank everybody, Sonia, who's been watching or listening to this episode around the
Thank
world.
you.
I'm gonna ask them to like, follow, subscribe, do everything I need them to do to help support the show, and to go and check out all the great work that you're doing. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
our discussion. I'm just going to ask people to join me back here for some more discussions with creatives and leaders and thinkers, just like Sonia. Sonia, it's wonderful to talk to you again today.
Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you. Have a great day.